Hello and welcome to FacChat, our series of interviews with the faculty of Srishti Manipal Institute of Art, Design and Technology, Bangalore. Today we have with us the redoubtable Mamta Sagar. Mamta, you are a person of so many talents, you have so many gifts, your CV reads like a novel. I don't quite know how to introduce you, so I will say, Mamta, tell us who Mamta is.
Well, Mamta is a fun-loving person. Mamta is a poet, translator, academic, an activist who talks about gender and caste and marginalization and identities and many things. And I'm a good teacher.
What do you do at SMI?
SMI, I'm a faculty at SMI at the creative writing program. My creative writing programs, creative writing classes begins with the writing, moves beyond writing. Students can make films, animations, installations, site-specific work and many things. I would like to give samples of some of the work that I have done. Yesterday I completed a GS, General Studies course, which was called Sightseeing, where each student should pick a site and start thinking around that. And we read Iqbal Muhammad and Bharatiya's poems and talked about thought of nationalism, patriotism, which is crucial to this point of time. And they had to revamp the site, recreate the site with these elements in it, and rewrite stories around the site, imaginary stories, bringing in junctures of nationalism. And as part of this, we invited T.M. Krishna to come and sing Bharatiyar and Iqbal and talk about nationalism, talk about patriotism, and share things. It was beautiful. I think, it's very important at this point of time in history to really understand what is patriotism, what is nationalism, because it's at stake. This is a democratic country, inclusive country, and we need to maintain that. And if you see anything going wrong about it, you need to voice. Students should understand that they are responsible citizens of this country, and they have to claim their citizenship and claim citizenship for those who deserve it. So most of my courses are around that, and it's kind of a very good courses, but it's also activism which helps people think for a better life.
One question, right, because creative writing is seen as some kind of an esoteric subject, and we've talked about this before, and every year there don't seem to be that many takers because parents are not very sure what will my child do after doing creative writing. It doesn't seem to have any kind of link to career, jobs, earning, which is what a lot of parents are paranoid about. What would you say to people like that?
Long back, apart from engineering and medical, nothing worked. There was no design. Parents were so worried to send students to visual art schools. Parents are sending students to creative writing. Creative writing is one space that allows the child to move beyond writing, create the writing, and also express it in diverse mediums, especially in Srishti Manipal Institute of Art, Design and Technology. Creative writing student will have an option to work in the films, work in animation, work in visual culture, work site-specific works like we have done in Kabul Park metro stations. Many poems are up there, people interact with it. So creative writing will also allow student further to, it's already becoming very popular, at least in different parts of the world. Even in India nowadays, creative writing is becoming popular. The students, the ex-students, the students who are passed out from creative writing are really doing well in organizations which they can edit, they can write, they can animate, they can write text for the games, they can write scripts for the films, they themselves can create works, in the sense text, series of texts to the text that they produce in creative writing. Those texts could be beyond writing. which is happening. I think this is the time for creative writing, and I think it's very important for teachers to talk about this, students to explore this, and parents to be considerate and allow their children to do this. It's creative writing in Srishti is not just writing and producing books. That can happen. They can publish it. They can translate. Translation is another very important element that we consider in creative writing, and they are taught skills of writing poetry, writing prose, writing interviews, writing journalistic writing, or content writing, for example, or writing for scripts in the films or plays. So this part of creative writing really moves beyond creative writing itself. So it's becoming popular, and I think this is a very important space that has to be occupied. And we should tell parents not to worry about creative writing. Send your students here, they will do well. And they are doing well.
One last question. Is there, what I'm asking everyone, an anecdote, a story that sums up life at SMI for you and makes you feel that it's all worthwhile?
Yes. I joined Srishti in 2016. The year I joined, I curated a walk called Vachana Walk. So this Vachana Walk was focused on Vachanas, a form of poetry from the 12th century, which actually argues for an equal space for human beings. Sans religion, caste, gender, anything, So it argues for a political space that allows people to breathe and eat together and against the hatred, So this was taken, and I also invited other institutions along with Srishti. Azim Premji University was there, Bangalore University students were there, Srishti students were there, and I did a workshop where all of them produced vachanas for the contemporary times. So we had a walk from Kaban Park metro station. It came out, passed through the Kaban Park, ended up in Venkata Art Gallery. So the 12th century Vachanakaras later on were thought as dangerous because they argue for the equality of space in a society. So they were chased and massacred in the end of 12th century. The whole issue begins with performance of this massacre, which happens in the entrance of the Kaban Park. Then, what we did was, I had invited musicians, artists, writers from Bangalore. Lots of them came in, from people from theatre. Vasu Dikshit was singing, Kirtana Kumar was performing, and Suresh Jairam was there. Everybody was assigned to read, and we had Channa Chorgaram, Kadlekai, roasted Kadlekai, and we had printed vachanas, translations of vachanas in Hindi and English on cheap paper like pamphlets. So our students would make a packet and fill the Kadlekai and sell it for 1 rupee. So people joined in. People in the park came in. They ate kadlekai and they started reciting vachanas. All through, it almost looked like a protest march that was happening. Protested against the discriminations and political and social mishaps and hatred that is spreading in the society. I think that moment is something that I thought, wow, I did it in Srishti. Srishti is the place which allows me to work through my passion, through my stance, through my beliefs. And I love working here.
Mamta Sagar, thank you very much for joining.
Thanks a lot.